Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Age of Empires 2 here today on the channel. We're back on the definitive edition of the game. We've got another classic 1v1. We're going to be playing as the Byzantines here today against their arch enemies, the barbarians, the Goths. They're at the gates. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for RTSs on the channel. And if you don't like me or Age of Empires 2, feel free to leave a dislike. So if you haven't gone and seen my last Age of Empires 2 video, we managed to play as the French, and had a classic French versus English scenario. I won't spoil the result, but I do recommend going and watch it before we make Byzantium great again here today. So we're going to be playing on a tiny map, hard difficulty, 200 pop, and I thought we'd play on the Mediterranean map, because last time around we played on Lombardy. It had a little bit of snow, it was a little bit colder weather. Let's have some nice hot and spicy Mediterranean action. So, without further ado, let's start the game and get stuck into this 1v1. We face the Ostrogoths here today. So, this time around, we'll try and go with a similar tactic with a castle age rush, but depending on the Ostrogoths, I'm not entirely sure what they've got units wise. We won't go for such a heavy cavalry rush. We might need to do a combination of camels and siege equipment and swordsmen. So at the moment we seem to be in a little bit of a valley. We've put down our houses quite quickly to create that forward operating base, and at the moment we've only got a couple of sheep. We've got some berries to harvest further in the south, but we need to find my boar. So we've got some gold further towards the south. Oh, and the boar's there, but we need to attach you at least to deal with our lumberyard. Try and get that up. Okay, so a lot of our gold is further towards the south. So we're in a little bit of a dip, a little bit of a valley, which we're going to have to watch out for. So we'll try and create a building wall where we can, like we did in the last match. But depending on the matchups, we might need to variate our rush somewhat, because the Byzantines do have fantastic heavy cavalry. They've also got camels as well, which is really good at counter cavalry as well. Alright, just looking towards the south here. Yeah, so unlike in that first match already, we're a little bit hamstrung food-wise. So let's try and get this mill down as quickly as possible so we can harvest those berries. But last time around, we had like, what, 6? 8 cows? I'm pretty sure cows even yield more food than sheep. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not entirely sure. It's been, what, 10 years since I've properly played Age of Empires. And this is only my second game on the definitive edition. So I thought I'd play in the purple, and we found our boar. So it's a little bit further away than what I'd like, but we can make do. So we do have some water nearby. We should be able to use that to our advantage, because I already can foresee that food-wise we're going to be a little bit hamstrung, ironically. A little bit closed down. So we'll try and bait this boar in. Try and get it as close as we can to the TC. Unfortunately, one of my villagers fell there, which is a shame. I didn't slightly have enough. So, oh, we've got some more sheep in the north. We'll bring those guys further down. Okay, so we've got a little bit of line of sight. The valley doesn't help too much if we do get rushed. And we're in the bottom half of the map, so fortunately enough for me, my gold and stone reserves are in quite a safe position, because there's no way they're like behind us, of course. Alright, 15. We might need to build some more houses in a moment. We'll get my gold mine running, because we're going to have to get a decent amount of knights. We're not going for the Frankish heavy cavalry rush like we did last time. We'll slightly change things up, but we still want to go for a castle age rush. Oh, what? No way. They're just to the north? Oh, that's incredibly close proximity. the barbarians, you could say. The Ostrogoths. The barbarians are at the gates! Okay, so first up, I'm panicking a little bit here because you don't want to have an early rush on us. We'll essentially build a house wall further north. Because the thing is, right, you're actually better off using buildings to block. Because the thing is, right, there's no point of wasting buildings, getting that sort of aesthetic. Like, there's two ways you play Age of Empires, right? You play with efficiency, you try to. Or like I try to. Says the guy who doesn't use hotkeys half the time. But you don't want to be sort of wasting the houses and stuff. You can either go down the SimCity aesthetic sort of route. So, at the moment, we need to move these guys over here. So, food is going to be an issue already. So, we are off to a slower start, I would say, within the first 5 minutes. We are playing on fast, by the way, as well. So, it throws out the timing somewhat. Crikey, okay, so we're still going with our tactic of a early Castle Age rush against the Goths. But it is going to be high octane, high attack and aggression from the AI because they are just so close. Last time around, when we fought the Britons against we were the French. There was a little bit of a travel distance. All right, so we built a dockyard here. Oh. They got some sheep moving north. They brought them to me. I guess their scouts like on the western side of the map. Quickly scout, gobble him up. Yeah, okay, we got a free sheep. I'll take that. Right, let's try and build some fishing ships as well. We'll access some of the stuff there because last time we're quite lucky. We've got boars this time. We haven't had as much food and these berries are going away. We don't even seem to have deer near us either, which is a bit of a shame. So, pretty early on, we're going to have to transition our economy and get a lot of guys on wood so we can build farms. Alright, we'll try and scout where we can. We want to try and get deep water fish where we can. But medium might have to do for now. We've nearly used the last of our sheep here. And our boar as well. Okay, so we've got that last gap here. I'll make it a military building. Oh, what? They captured more sheep. Okay. Things are doing alright. We've managed to capture a lot of the sheep around the world and snatch them away. So I wonder if Navy's going to be that much of a play in this. Probably not, just due to the difficulty in how close they are. It's probably just going to be back and forth rush, but unfortunately for where my civ has been settled, we do have the downhill advantage. So if they start raining fire and death upon me, it's not going to be good. We might have to make sure we gain elevation over the top. Because they are so close to us. That doesn't happen often in Age. Like, they are super close. Alright. So I've got a lot of my villagers focusing on wood, being lumberjacks, and we'll try make a house wall further north where we can. We might even very well, once this is built, yeah, what we'll do actually, we'll send a couple that are just close there naturally to try and build that, and I'm actually going to move my lumber facility further to the south. Fortunately enough for me, if there was forward gold here or stone, we might have more of a problem on our hands. So we'll quickly get this done, just because you're so close. And then we need to get some building farms, big time. Wood is going to be incredibly vital in this match. I've got a small amount on gold. Yep, and we've hit the Feudal Age, so we can see a little bit better now. Getting that line of sight. So basically, I want to see if we can get past here. So that's blocked off perfectly. How narrow is this right-hand side corridor? So they're doing fine. Let's try and get you there as well. And actually, you know what? We need those farms now. We've got a little bit of wood. But we need a lot of guys on wood. We need to go. So try and get that done where we can. We've got some spare farms. Quickly drop off the resources that you've got. And we'll try and equip some of these villagers and get them to work these farms. Because if we want to continue for our Castle Age rush, we're going to have to do that. I don't know specifically the Civ buffs off the top of my head. But maybe the Franks had like a farming buff, because we found a lot of food quite quickly. I quite like the architecture of the Byzantines. They look quite cool. Byzantines. Alright. We might need some more fisheries where we can. And more food as well. So we need 800 food. We're a little bit off. Alright. Get you back on gold. Fortunately enough for me, we haven't had too much early aggression. And so the corridor's there. Okay. So this is the only way north now. We've patched it up enough. We might want to put some walls down potentially. Alright, there's a spare farm slot somewhere. Yeah, there. We'll chuck a couple down. And just get them ready to go. Because we've got a lot of spare wood here now. Alright, come on lads. We want to move you away from being lumberjacks and working on this. Perfect. So we're diversifying where we can. Let's get another building here. Oh! Enemy scout, okay. Yeah. We don't want to solely rely on our farms. Let's try and get some fisheries in as well. You got a lot of land to work with in the south. Minerals wise, stone, gold, or metals rather. We're actually okay for now. Right, let's try and get this done. So, we've got the amount of food and gold to progress. We just haven't got the buildings down. Come on, we want to trace down this scout. We don't rely on him. So let's try and get 2 stables down. So we still want to use cavalry because the Byzantines are quite renowned for their heavy cavalry. Their cataphractoi, if you will. But their early heavy cavalry is not too bad either. Alright. Those farms looking alright. That's a shame. I read that wrong. I thought we had enough. Damn it. So we've got a little bit of time here to kill. It said build 2 feudal age buildings to progress. And I've built technically 2 stables, which it didn't count as. I was better off to, in hindsight, build a archery there just to progress. So now we have to wait on our lumber a little bit, which is a shame. That's the misplays. I'm sure I'm infuriating some of you AoE loyalists, but I have fun playing this game, even though I'm not the best with hotkeys and sort of stuff. Some people are just insane. Like I mentioned this before. Like some people are absolutely nerds. Like fire, they ping around and go ding 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 ding. They like ping around, trying to do stuff like that. So far we're doing all right. Everything is slowly but surely coming together. Right, let's quickly cancel this villager production, and we'll get our Castle Age researched, and we're probably just to the amount of units I plan to create. Let's just build a small villager spam there. So we'll try and vary my army where we can, and we'll try and make the waypoint inwards. So for now, there's a small and narrow corridor into our base. You can technically waste it on a gate. Maybe just like destroy it eventually as well. But what we want to try and do is funnel the pathfinding of the AI further south if we need to. But at the moment, they are 500 ahead of me, which isn't the best. We're both technically at feudal age, so maybe getting a blacksmith or a market might be a good idea. They've still got that pesky spy in and around my territory. Couple of my archers I'm going to have some shots off here. Alright, come back, don't chase him. So now they know the only way out. Alright. And huzzah! We've hit the castle age. Fantastic. Let's quickly get that horse buff. And we'll get these knights recruiting because we want to have some quick, high-octane, early aggression lightning raids. I've got some couple of idle villages here. The stone roofs look magnificent. Let's get another stable going as well. Another stable, another building going. Right. Let's slowly move some of our workers from our lumber yards to gold as well. We need to get gold. We need to get go gold. So, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to right click and make sure every single newly recruited fresh villager is going for our gold mines. Because we want to try and get this cavalry out. We're also going to go with camel riders as well, due to the anti-cavalry properties, which unfortunately we didn't have in the last matchup. The French did not have camels at their disposal, which is kind of realistic. The Eastern Roman Empire, which is what Byzantium and the Byzantines eventually came, it's kind of realistic. They had unit pools from Anatolia to sort of the Middle East, Syria and Palestine and stuff. So, let's try and get that done. Alright, we've got a lot of gold, fortunately, in the south. And we'll get a lot of our villagers to focus upon it. Funnily enough, we haven't actually focused on stone for like 2 matches. And let me know in the comments. Oh, he's actually at Castle Age. Huh. It's probably not a bad idea to get another TC down then. Yeah. Let's go on our first lightning raid. We've got 15 units. I think that's enough. We need to push. We need to mount some pressure. We need to halter and stall his economy. There's no point sitting back in defense. So push where you can, boys. We don't want to split the unit speed between infantry and cavalry. I think we had like 15 in my first attack in the Frankish one. So we'll go with 9, and they seem to have overextended massively here, and a Byzantine raid is ripping to part. Oh shit! The Goths. I think I've spoken too soon. Pull back, man! They've got spears! Oh no! Look, numerically we might have it, but just push for it, lads. Is it that much rock, paper, scissors in this? Okay, it's not too bad. We pushed through it. Crikey. Right, let's try and halt their unit productions. And continue on with this raid. They're pumping out spears. Because last time around when I played as the Franks, the Britons had a lot of archers and skirmishers, jav throwers. Because I guess you'd think that the British, I keep on saying Britons, the English and Franks, or English and French, let's just call them that, instead of Franks and bloody Britons. Yeah, you think the English would have more of a skirmisher archer buff. But they are just spamming out these spearmen, so already we're going to have to diversify our army a bit. Now they've got some knights here. These camels will make quick work of the knights, but as soon as they hit those spears, we're lost. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to stop here now. Yeah, we're going to have to stop. Get everyone to move back and rendezvous a little bit further back. They're building siege equipment now. Okay, so that's pretty unfortunate. I think historically the Goths did have decent pike units and spears. So instead of setting waypoints and trying to zerg the enemy base now, what we want to try and do is basically just hold up a bit. Let's diversify our army. Seeing that the Goths like to have a lot of infantry, we're going to have to go back to our classic heavy Roman infantry. Hand-to-hand combat, we'll try and focus on that. Let's get another lumber yard there as well. Man, the Goths are just flying in front of us here. Potentially they had better food resources early on. Oh, they actually pushed us there. A small attack came through. But we're going to be able to pull it back. So we're going to have to diversify a bit. We're going to have to get a siege workshop as well. And let's try and get that as further north as we can. We'll try and get some knights in. But we're going to have to rely on long swordsmen. So we've gone through and got men-at-arms. Let's stop these villages. We need to get long swords. Alrighty. So I would say that first raid, that first attack wasn't successful. It worked a charm last time. Maybe I didn't bring enough. Fortunately, they had skirmishes last time around. This time they had spears. Maybe the Gothic AI is better counterbalanced. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, let's try and get some more houses built as well. Because we have got a lot of villages. We've got some idly sitting by. Let's pull you back for the gold as well. Alright. Once I've got a comfortable diverse army, we'll go for a second attack. The things are heating up a little bit here. And instead of sending you all the way back to either mine or be a lumberer, what I'll do is I'll build a secondary barracks here. And now we've got 25 units. Let's continue the pressure. Look, it only disrupted a handful. Hopefully this time around we can do it. So I want tight unit cohesion. Numerically we've got a lot of cavalry. Oh, they've actually got... Yeah, go for this. Go for the skirmishers. Allow the cavalry to push back. Yep, there we go. That was a bait there. A bait and switch. I respect that. So allow our men-at-arms. They're going to be able to carve through those spearmen like carving a cake. And now the cavalry can come in and deal with it. Good. Allow the men-at-arms and archers to soak up. That was like a mini ambush there, because technically, due to the fog of war, they didn't have line of sight. And now the Romans are storming the Ostrogoth gates. And we've got a couple battering rams done as well, so we can send these boys, send these puppies in. Let's make Rome great again, boys. The Byzantiums are at the Byzantines are at the gates. Let's make Byzantium great again. Because I guess we'd call the capital. It's depending on like the time. I don't know what time they specifically set this. Because very well Constantinople could have been called Byzantium. All right, so our progression has been halted somewhat. Pull back. They seem to be fighting toe-to-toe with us. I've got to respect the Goths. They are hard, tough people. Originally coming from the harsh lands in Scandinavia. Before migrating further south like most barbarians. But just due to this close proximity, the fighting is so fierce and quick. So they look like they already tried to extend an archery range and barracks further south. So we'll try and eliminate that quickly. And we're going to have to rely on rams. So this time around, we're still going with the Castle Age rush. But we have to rely on a diverse army because tactically the Goths are fighting us tooth and nail. Alright, we've got a couple of idle villages here that we don't want to not do anything. We'll farm some stone. Or mine, rather. Just in case we need to build a castle or a fortress, so like a forward operating base. Just to continue this high octane, high attack, and continue to try and stranglehold their economy. So we've got some rams here now. They're going to make such quick work of these buildings. But you've got to give it to the Goths. They are fighting valiantly. They're trading really well. And nearly, it's probably time to go back to that tactic of setting waypoints directly from the buildings. Yeah, let's do that for everyone. And try and spam out, because I think we've done enough this time with the second attack to push. Yeah, we want to sort of stay away from the TC where we can, but these battering rams are just smashing through the enemy opposition. Oh, they've even got some of their own catapults which we need to deal with, which is interesting. Alright, some of you around the back here can't seem to be dealing with that forest. Oh, they've got a relic here. Cut him down. That's been taken. Oh! Stop! Push it! Push it! Rush! Don't clump up, you fools! Nearly got taken out by a bunch of catapults. Right, you need to be attacking the town square. Come on! Stop attacking the farms. I don't know why they do that. I guess, is that a bug? Like, why does the AI... Surely they could turn it off somehow to stop cavalry destroying their farms. Ah, yes! Hit the farms! Salt it when you can! Oh, good, their TC's fallen. That's actually quite good. And we want to try and catch some of the remaining stragglers there. So we've hit their original main TC. Their barracks and church will fall. We're sending... Oh, they're actually destroying my battering rams. Shit. You've left them up shit creek. Oh, we lost 2 there. Damn. It's because I was trying to get those rapidly escaping villages. So they've got some more skirmisher buildings further at the back. And they've got a church there as well. We've got enough troops still here to continue with the forward pressure. Hey, victory! We have victory here today. And we have our first victory with the Byzantines. Like Vercingetorix submitting to Rome, the Ostrogoths have bent the knee to the Emperor of Byzantium. Victory. Oh, good. That was a close one. I didn't know if I had that. After that first failed raid, I was like, oh, crikey. I might have bitten off a little bit more than what I can chew. But after diversifying my army... Well, they had a lot of ships there. Ah, so it's a little bit lopsided. The lake. Ah, that's probably why. And we forward expanded well enough. So, the Byzantium men-at-arms, siege equipment and cavalry, Roman ingenuity, you could say, won the day here today. Man, we cleared out a lot of that forest as well. I'm curious to see the stats and how this skirmish, this standard game, went out. But we built a small, nice mini Rome. And I would say we've rebuilt Byzantium. You could say we made Byzantium great again. So military-wise, let's have a look. Whoa, they killed 110 units, 30 more than me. We lost a hell of a lot there. Buildings raised, we hit that economy. Wow, 1500 food, wood, stone. Feudal age 16, castle age within 26. So we were slightly ahead there. You're most welcome to pause and have a look at the stats if you're curious. Rightio then guys, it's time to wrap up this video here. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition on the channel, let me know in the comments if you want to see more RTSs. If not, just feel free to leave a dislike and I'll do more Total War and Paradox strategy game videos if you would prefer that. Unfortunately guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.